everyone. This week's First Chapter Friday is called Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. It is a really, really good book. You should know a few things. This is one of those books in the library that's written more for my 6th through 8th grade students. It deals a lot with what life is like in the inner city, and just what it's like to grow up with gang violence kind of constantly around you, and then the choices that sometimes put you in the place to make. It's a fantastic book. Other thing to know is it's a novel in verse. Jason Reynolds does primarily write in verse, which means that it is a series of short poems. So instead of a chapter like you would be used to, it's going to be a really, really quick read. This is such a good book. Also, on that note, it is more of a middle school book, like I mentioned, so there is some language. When I come across the language, I will just skip it, but it will be there if you choose to check it out. So be aware of that going in. Also, another note, because it's a novel in verse, we're actually going to read a couple of the first chapters since they're so short. Don't nobody believe nothing these days, which is why I haven't told nobody the story I'm going to tell you. And the truth is, you probably ain't going to believe it either. Going to think I'm lying or losing it, but I'm telling you, this story is true. It happened to me, really. It did. It so did. My name is William Holoman. But to my friends and people who know me, just Will. So call me Will, because after I tell you what I'm about to tell you, you'll either want to be my friend or not want to be my friend at all. Either way, you'll know me. I'm only William to my mother and my brother Sean whenever he was trying to be funny. Now, I'm wishing I would have laughed more at his dumb jokes, because the day before yesterday, Sean was shot and killed. I don't know you, your last name, if you got brothers or sisters or mothers or fathers or cousins that be like brothers and sisters, or aunties and uncles that be like mothers and fathers. But if the blood inside you is on the inside of someone else, you never want to see it on the outside of them. The sadness is just so hard to explain. Imagine waking up and someone, a stranger, got you strapped down, got pliers shoved into your mouth, gripping a tooth, somewhere in the back, one of the big important ones, and rips it out. Imagine the knocking in your head, the pressure pushing through your ears, the blood pooling, and the worst part, the absolute worst part, is the constant slipping of your tongue into the new empty space where you know a tooth is supposed to be, but ain't no more. It's so hard to say Sean's dead. Sean's dead. Sean's dead. So strange to say, so sad, but I guess not surprising, which I guess is even stranger and even sadder. And that is the first bit of Long Way Down. So again, it's such a good book. It's, if you can't tell from those first few pages, a very hard read. He is genuinely getting over the loss of his brother. His mother's not coping well. And right after I stop reading, he looks out of his bedroom window and he sees the man who he thinks he's certain is the person who killed his brother. And so he takes a gun and he gets on the elevator. And the rest of the story takes place as he is literally going down the elevator to go out onto the sidewalk and confront the person who he thinks killed his brother, and the consequences that might come from that. It is so, so good. So please come check it out. I have several copies in the library and it will be available for whenever you are ready for it.